Hello, and a warm welcome to the Ghatna Chakra book video. Let's begin this journey where we will present every topic in a simple, clear, and exam-oriented manner.
So how do you actually guarantee a fair election? Today, we're going to break down two key ingredients, a powerful guardian and an engaged voter. Now, they might seem totally separate, but stick with me. By the end of this, you'll see how they're really just two sides of the same coin, and why that connection is absolutely crucial for any healthy democracy. Okay, let's just jump right in with the big question. What truly guarantees a fair election? I mean, is it the laws, the technology we use, the people running for office? It's a question that really gets to the very heart of how a democratic society is supposed to work. A massive part of the answer lies in our first pillar, which we're going to call the unshakable umpire. Think about it like any sport, any game that matters. For it to feel fair, for everyone, the players, the fans, to believe in the result, you have to trust the person making the calls. Right. And for that trust to even exist, the umpire, in this case the Chief Election Commissioner, can't be someone you can easily push around. They have to be independent, totally shielded from political pressure from any side. The system is actually built to make it incredibly difficult to get rid of them. Just look at the official rule here. I mean, wow, that is a mouthful, right? It's a total legal maze with phrases like proven misbehavior and multiple different kinds of majority votes. But here's the thing. That complexity isn't a mistake. It's the whole point. It's like a fortress built out of words, designed specifically to protect that office from political games. And this breaks that word fortress down into 5 really, really high hurdles. You need proven misconduct, a formal request from both houses of parliament, not one but 2 different very difficult majority votes, and then, on top of all that, the president's approval. The takeaway here is simple. Firing the chief electoral umpire is designed to be one of the hardest things to do in the entire government. Okay, so this whole process gives us that powerful, protected guardian of the rules. But that kind of leads to another question. Is a good referee really all you need for a good game? And the answer, of course, is no. Because an umpire, no matter how fair or how powerful, is absolutely nothing without the players. A fair game needs way more than a great ref. It needs people who are actually invested in playing. And that brings us perfectly to our second pillar, which is just as important, the heart of the game. This is where we shift our focus from the institution and the rules back to the individual, back to the citizen, the voter. You can see this idea perfectly in National Voters' Day. It's not just some random holiday, it's a celebration. The whole point is to, and I quote, encourage, facilitate, and maximize people voting. And why is that so important? Well, because without voters, that impartial umpire we just talked about has no game to officiate. The entire democratic system runs on the legitimacy that comes from the people. So, we have these 2 big ideas floating around. The heavily guarded official on one side and the celebrated citizen on the other. Now, in this final section, 2 sides, 1 coin. We're going to bring them together and see how they are fundamentally linked. This slide just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got the guardian, the commissioner. They're protected by this incredibly complex process to make sure the institution itself is impartial. Then, on the other side, you have the voter, the citizen. They're celebrated with a national day to encourage participation, which gives the whole system its democratic legitimacy. You see, one is about the process, the other is about the purpose. And this, right here, is the core idea of this whole explainer. You simply cannot have one without the other. They are completely interdependent. Think about it. An impartial system with no voters has no real power. And a system with millions of voters but no impartial referee, well, that has no credibility. So, at the end of the day, why does any of this matter? It's actually pretty simple. A protected umpire guarantees that the rules of the game are fair. But celebrated, engaged voters are what give the game a purpose in the first place. And when you put those 2 things together, you get the most important ingredient of all, trust. Trust in the results, trust in the system, and trust in the democratic process itself. So that leaves us with one final thought. The system has its guardians, designed to be unshakable. The people have their power, which is meant to be celebrated. So what's the invisible force that holds it all together? Is it just the law? Is it culture? Or maybe, is it just our shared belief that the game itself is worth playing fairly?